Welcome back. We all know by now that these unprecedented times that wearing a face mask is our new normal. Josh Gibson, CEO of Braddock USA, whose masks are disrupting the industry, joined me over Zoom. Josh, we're so glad you're with us, and let's begin with how did you get into the mask business?
Wow. Yeah. So it's been a turbulent year. I can't complain because everyone's going through it. But back in January, I had a small fear that we were going to be impacted by the coronavirus based on what was happening in China. So I decided to prepare myself and prepare our company for the impact. And we started researching pretty early on what we could do. So we stepped up to the challenge and we converted our t-shirt printing factory into a mask making factory full time. And I devoted all of our available resources basically overnight, and had a couple dozen sewing machines brought into the factory and started cutting up brand new T-shirts that we had in inventory to begin making these face masks out of T-shirt material, brand new T-shirts. Some of them are made out of t-shirt materials, and some of them are just made out of fabrics that are used for t-shirts or other garments. And we've been going pretty strong ever since we've started making masks in March.
Well, let's talk about some of the materials that you do actually use for these masks. I actually have a few of them here to look at as well.
Right.
You definitely have different materials for each one. They're not all the same, correct?
Some of the outside panels are made of different fun prints that we source. A lot of what we do is upcycling fabrics. So we find fabrics that are brand new, that have been abandoned, and we buy a couple rolls of them. And this reduces the amount of waste on the environment by upcycling, is what it's called, these abandoned fabrics that we are repurposing into now masks, because there's a shortage of fabrics, there's a shortage of supplies. So we're using what we've got at our disposal. Some fun prints here as well. And also the interior lining, I think, is one of the features of the mask that kind of sets us apart from the other mask makers, being that we are in a hot climate and we have to wear the mask for extended periods of time, upwards of 8 hours a day in the factory. We have started using dry fit lining. So the lining is actually a lining that keeps us cool. It won't stick to your facial hair if you've got facial hair. Even if you don't have facial hair, we were finding that the other fabrics were sticking to our faces, and this can be worn all day without sticking to the fabric. It doesn't retain sweat, and it's breathable. We've gotten a lot of great feedback from people who are jogging or going to the gyms and using these masks because it's a moisture wicking fabric that's been made for apparel.
Now, from looking at them, they do look like they're machine washable. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's a big thing I think right now, is also it reduces waste. There's the disposable masks that can be used, but it causes a tremendous amount of waste. There's reports now of disposable masks, surfacing in the oceans, on beaches and stuff. But with these, you could buy a 10 pack or a 20 pack, and it could last you a year if you take care of them. You can also mend them if there's little snags. You don't need to throw them away. You could sew them with a simple at-home sewing kit if there's any issues with them. But also, yeah, the best part about it is that you can just throw them in the wash with your regular clothing, and they can be reused and worn over and over again. I have some that we've made from March, and they're still fine after 10 or 15 washes.
Also, let's talk about how each purchase, right, also goes to help communities in need. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. From the very beginning of this, effort that we've started, we decided to devote 100% of our available resources, to making face masks for our community. And so that also entails that we're donating as much as we possibly can for the community. So with each purchase, we do donate thousands of masks on a regular basis. We've donated tens of thousands of masks to hospitals, to frontline workers, to first responders, and people in grocery stores, Lyft and Uber drivers, anyone and everyone that we can donate to, we've been donating to. Some youth groups as well. And on the site as well, when people go to the site, purchasing masks helps fund the donations that we make, but also you can fill out a form on the site and request donations for your organization or for other companies or organizations that you may find needing some masks for donation.
All right, the big question, how can people purchase these?
Yeah, good question. Right now, everything is live and up on BraddockUSA.com. That's BRADDOCK USA.com. And you can go to the site, purchase there. We are on Instagram at Braddock USA. And they can also call and text message. We're doing a lot of text messaging with our customers at 888-261-9875. But the website's the best place, BraddockUSA.com.
All right, Josh, thanks so much. All right, just visit BraddockUSA.com to purchase the ultra soft breathable face masks. They come in packs of 2 to 50. Remember that businesses can also order customized masks as well. You can email them at info@BraddockUSA.com. Braddock USA paid for today's segment. All right, folks, thanks for being with us here on Mile High Living. We'll see you again tomorrow at 11:30 a.m.
Furniture provided by Colorado Casual Furniture.